All right, welcome to the pilot episode of the Valiant podcast. We're going to be going through some introductions on who each of the cast members are here, and then we're going to go through a brief synopsis on what we're doing and the overall point that we're trying to get across with doing this podcast. I'll start first. My name's Crossfire. I'm one of the main hosts here. I'm a corporate executive that comes from an engineering background focused primarily on research and development and focusing a lot in higher education fields.
And my name is Raptor. I'm one of the other main hosts for the podcast. My background is I did 4 years in the United States Army, and in those 4 years I did IT, and my current job is IT.
My name is Slapshot. I will also be a host here. My current position is that I work within the distribution field, and my education comes from an institution. I'm double majored in business management and sports marketing.
My name is Shaggy. I will be a periodic co-host. My background, I had an education in law enforcement, and I am currently working in the service industry.
So we're going to be using aliases throughout the course of this because it's not so much important as who we are, but we feel it's more important of what we say. So it's not so don't really focus on who we are, just focus on the message we're trying to get across.
And the reason that we're making this podcast is we have a relatively large friend group, and we have a lot of talk and discourse amongst each other, and we just thought that a lot of the things that we might say are pertinent to just everyday Americans, or what they're thinking about what's going on currently in today's political climate or anything like that.
So what we're going to be talking about throughout the course of this podcast is primarily going to be focusing on, current events, and then we're going to be looking a lot at historical examples and how those can draw, or how we can draw parallels from them to those current events and see if there's any lessons that we need to learn or lessons we could apply. A lot of the historical examples we're going to be looking at are like the Constitution, the Federalist Papers, or anything alike.
So that being said, what we were going to start our first podcast off with was talking about the First Amendment. Might as well start at the beginning.
So if that's something that you want to listen to, that'll be in our first episode. If you found anything that we were talking about interesting, please check us out. We are available on all major podcast platforms.
Just as a disclaimer, we are not professional entertainers and are very new to this. Going forward, this will not be scripted. It will just be our thoughts on the topics and events that we are going to be talking about. So join us for the ride.